2024, first pod of the year.
2024.
Is it the first pod of the year? I think it is.
All right,
actually.
hold on. Now we're rolling.
Your shirt is rolled up right there. Unless that was intentional.
Dude, you know what I watched last night?
Biceps are too big. Same on this side.
Yeah.
You would have been angry.
What'd you watch?
Dude, I watched the Joker.
Oh, the new one?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's fire.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, Joaquin Phoenix. Can't miss
Wait,
it.
is that because did I tell you about that?
I don't think so.
Because I just told someone to watch the Joker.
I kind of regretted it, dude. Like, I knew I was going to bed with bad dreams for sure.
It wasn't even that dark.
It was pretty dark, dude. The whole film was dark.
I'd say it's not that dark, but because it's so close to reality. Well, I think that's why it's more realistic.
Yeah, but like Batman never came in to save the day, bro. Like it just ended evil. Like it ended with like terror, like absolute terror.
They're gonna make a second
There was
one.
no like happily ever after at all.
2024
like,
Joker 2.
I guess that's fine, but like
Zach
got
fucked up.
Like the movie made you want to vote for the Joker to win, to like kill more people.
Oh shit.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Can we cuss on the pod?
Fuck yeah.
Oh, okay, there you go.
So we got Carter McKinney on the podcast today.
What's up?
We worked with Carter in the past with doing shoots. He's a photographer. What's the name of your business?
McKinney Media.
That's dope, bro. How long you been shooting for?
About 5 years now, I want to say.
5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, give us a little intro to yourself.
Okay, well, Carter McKinney. Nice to meet you guys online.
It's Carter McKinney on Instagram.
Yes, at It's Carter McKinney on Instagram. Find me on any platform. McKinney Media, McKinney media.co. So yeah, I met Zach and Jordan, about a year ago. We did some work in DC. It was really cool, the MGM. We did some photo work. Obviously, Zach and Jordan are the video experts here. But yeah, a little bit about myself. I'm PA, born and raised. I've been, doing photography for about 5 years, photo, video, and marketing work for businesses or people. And yeah, that's a little bit about me. But yeah, let's get right into this pod, man.
Yeah,
I'm excited. Thanks for having me, and thanks for coming out.
Definitely, bro. We're in Venture X, by the way.
Yeah, shout out to Venture X in Bethlehem.
Sponsored.
Terry. Really appreciate it.
So like, when did you know that you're gonna like become a photographer? Like, was it like something you grew up with? Or
No, not at all. So
you got out of high school and you're like.
So I've had different like little hustles or things that I've been doing.
Yeah.
I started like buying and selling, like being a sneakerhead type thing, and then like even like painting shoes, charging people to clean them, and like buying like used computer parts, like desktop computers, and building them and selling them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then I did like a clothing thing, like buying and selling used clothes. That did not do very well. Never really sold a single piece, but it was still fun.
Yeah.
And then I got recruited or invited to come and attend the Northampton Community College Center for Innovation and Entrepreneurship. And there we had to make a whole slide deck. It was a lot of logistics about business and what goes into that. And that really just sparked it for me. I kind of went away from doing the clothes, but that photography just came to me. So I was in college. I went to college for about a full year, 2 semesters. And then I was like, this is not for me. Too much like structure a little bit. And also just, wasn't my cup of tea. Yeah. So I dropped out of college. And one of the first things that found me was a close friend doing video work primarily. And he kind of introduced me to photography. Shout out Derek Baker. You already know. Say it every time. My guy. And I've just been running with it ever since. Just adding, like at first it was just photos, and then I added video, and then, marketing work. It's just going with the flow. So
right. That's dope, bro. So you were kind of like a hustler all throughout.
Yeah, and my grandfather is an entrepreneur as well.
Yeah.
So, a little different. I come from engineers, a lot of engineers in my family, a lot of education. I'm the only, so I'm one of 8 kids, right? And me and my sister are the only ones to not finish school. So, we come from a lot of education, and my grandfather owned his own business, like, buying and selling, parts for like power plants and other things. So, a little different. But
Yeah.
I love what I do, and my family does too.
That's dope, bro. The one thing that I noticed about you, just like from you like walking around at GWA and like how you work, is like you're really good at networking.
Oh yeah.
Where did that come from? And like what are some of your strategies that you take to like just grow relationships? And you do it like authentically too.
Yeah.
I understand that. But like how do you go about networking?
Okay, so I appreciate it, first of all, and I just wanted to shout out Zach and Jordan. They got me a great gig last year, again, in DC at the GWA conference. It was a great 2-day conference in DC, so that was great. Thank you for that.
For sure.
And also, so about networking, right?
Yeah.
I kind of pride myself as being just like a crazy networker.
Mm-hmm.
I have a business card collection that I could probably stack like this high off the table.
Dang.
And my goal is to open a space like a coffee shop and gallery where I could spell out network and business cards from floor to ceiling, throughout a whole wall. That's my goal. And, my tactic is just, be yourself. Don't be shy, closed mouths don't get fed, and just go out there and just, share what you do, because you have something to offer people and you're helping them by being yourself. You know what I mean? So, don't be shy, do something that you don't always want to do, and like, just put yourself out there, Like, what's the worst thing they're going to do? Say no?
Mm-hmm.
So. And a caveat, have you always been like that, or how'd you gain that skill? What made you want to do that?
I would say that I was not always outgoing and like that. I was definitely shy and more reserved growing up. I kind of, growing up, I was like super overweight. I was not good at sports. I was the only kid in the neighborhood not allowed to like play GTA and Call of Duty and stuff. So I didn't fall into a lot of different groups. So I kind of had to make my own thing. I just focused on improving myself and, growing and stuff like that. And one thing after another, okay, I'm just in people's faces, walking indoors, knocking on the door, talking to business owners all day. And after a certain amount of time, you get feedback. You know what I mean? You get shot down. People lift you up. You meet all kinds of different personalities and stuff like that. So that has made me.
Yeah, I definitely say, even when I started my video business and me and you first hung out and you were talking to me about everything and just kind of mentoring me, you definitely opened my eyes a lot and just like kept pushing me to get out of my shell and try to do different things.
Yes, sir.
I really appreciate, because it's just led to a lot of different things, but that's definitely I noticed that as well, like how you're very outgoing, but also you give it to other people as well.
Yeah.
And you try to empower other people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do my best to share what's given to me, and always just try to help people and do right. And when you do good business and you do things fairly, it kind of it comes back to you, but you also don't have to be looking over your shoulder and all kinds of craziness, So
I think it's a lot more simple than people make it out to be. Like, it's actually just so simple. It's just like talking to people. It's just like actually just having a real conversation.
And you don't have to be like. So one thing I would say about me growing up, I grew up in a very like Caucasian neighborhood and area. I grew up with a white family.
In my neighborhood.
Yes, in your neighborhood.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, very close. Only a few blocks away. Hanover, Bethlehem, PA. So a little bit about me. I know you guys like to go deep on these podcasts, so let's do it, right?
Yeah.
So I'm half black and half white, right? Half
really?
Jamaican.
Interesting. Okay.
And half white, yeah. Everyone thinks I'm Hispanic and Latino because they think I'm Dominican. But I'm not. I'm actually Jamaican and white.
Yeah.
So that being said, I grew up with my white family, right? And that exposed me to different, people, and like I was the only black kid in my elementary school and stuff like that. So I have all different kinds of people and businesses and whatever that I've been exposed to in my years of life. And that allows me, my sister said it so well. She was like, I have the ability to be a chameleon and like blend in with any room. And it's kind of weird, kind of cool, kind of scary. But you don't always got to do that. You know what I mean? That's more of like a survival tactic. But, just being yourself, you have so much to offer people,
That's
and
what I was gonna
people want to
say.
know your story.
I feel like that's the only way to do it, is because if you're not yourself, then you're just being inauthentic. And then when it comes to either dealing with a client or dealing with a business partner,
It always
then
shines through.
at what point do you truly become yourself, or is it just always putting up a facade?
Yeah.
And that's kind of even what how Gio is as well in his business. He's just authentically himself, raw. And that's the best way to
people
kind of
pick
go
up
about
that
it.
energy so fast, especially in like a professional environment. Like they pick up that energy. Like if you're being a fraud and you're not really being yourself, they can see right through.
And
that.
it's exhausting over time.
It
You know what I
is,
mean?
yeah,
So
yeah.
Especially when you don't even get results doing it.
Yeah.
that's the worst part, because you're putting up a facade thinking that this is the most effective way that I'm able to do X, Y, Z, and then at the end of the day, you're not even reaching your goal and not being yourself.
Yeah,
so it's
exactly.
Just, and if you're yourself and you fail, then at least you learn something about yourself.
Yeah, 100%. You know, it takes many days and nights of doing what we do to be able to stand and be who we are. You know what I mean? Especially with you guys. You guys are super into fitness as well as, you know, your creative industries and everything else.
Yeah.
There's so many, you know, it's integrity. It's all those days and nights that no one sees that you're just killing it. And
I heard a quote one time, and it said, in order to be fully present, you have to be proud of your presence.
Oh, there you go. I like that.
You understand
like
that? Yeah. So like you have to like actually be okay with who you are. Like you have to be proud of who you are. And that's from hard work. That's like looking yourself in the mirror and like, yo, I deserve this.
There you go.
Yeah, that's similar to Alex Ramosi quote I heard, which is confidence.
I love Alex Ramosi. That's why.
Confidence is a stack of evidence of proof that you are who you are, and it's not just saying it doesn't.
It's
come
not
from
just
nothing.
affirmations that you say in the mirror.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
But going back to the point of talking about all this, especially when I first started out, like even charging people, I know that was, like, I'm sure you remember how maybe not naive, but just shy I was at first of just like doing business, because it was a new skill that I'm learning, and so I don't want to go out there and just try to charge people and then not deliver. So that was a big hump that I had to overcome, that you definitely helped me get over, especially by just inviting me to shoots to show that, listen, you have value, like you need to start doing this.
And charging for this and everything. And I think that a big misconception, even with me sometimes, like to this day, is like, yes, you're trying to help people and all that, and do good business and be fair. But this is your life's work. This is your living.
Yeah.
You have to charge. You have to charge your price. You got to be, you know, stringent on certain things. Like, that is what you have to do, because you're not just, this isn't for fun. It's not just for fun anymore. This is your livelihood.
This is
you know
life.
what I mean? So, you know, yes, we're going to do a free shoot here and there or whatever it may be, but this is my livelihood. This is my business. This is how I pay. I can't pay my bills with a trade of services all the time. You know what I mean? So,
no, this is a good subject, because a lot of people, I mean, we're all three of us have experiences with
and we all come from different backgrounds of where we started,
different
and what made us want to
backgrounds,
start.
different journeys.
Exactly.
But like similar skills, like we're in the same industry.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have like that imposter syndrome when they start. And, like they.
Wait, can you define imposter syndrome? Because I feel like I don't even know what that is.
Oh, really? Yeah, that's definitely what
It's
Because people keep saying it, and I've heard of it for so long.
Oh,
that maybe
I can if you want.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, so imposter syndrome is pretty much whatever job you're in, whether it's a real estate agent, because that's what I was, or a photographer or a videographer. Basically, you don't believe that there's different parts of it, but the main thing is that you don't believe that you're good enough to be able to do it, and you don't think that that's who you are. So you don't think that you're a real estate agent. You don't think you're a photographer. If you're in a room of people and you got a gig, you're like, I can't, like, this isn't me.
Yeah, you haven't fully stepped into the identity yet.
Okay. I'm not sure that I've ever had exactly that. I've been shy or whatever at times, but
that's
maybe
kind of
not
what
that.
it is to a degree. Like, even for me,
There's
when
probably
I started
like
off,
mild versions of it.
Exactly. When
but,
I started off being shy, like just like not charging or not doing this or not doing that, because I didn't think that I was either deserving of it or I was that yet.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the catch-22 of you have to be perfect before you start.
Yeah, you have voices inside your head that are saying, I'm not good enough, I'm not worth it. Like, this isn't,
People don't want this.
I don't know if people would actually pay for this service, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think going back to the networking part earlier, again, I really appreciate the kind words, but there's totally like an intersection between like not doing it enough and doing it too much. Because when you first meet someone, you don't want to just hard sell them like immediately. This is my price, da da da. When's your next availability? Whatever, like shoving it down the throat. Not that. Like, go up to them, look them in the eye, shake their hand, and give them your business card. You know what I mean? And I've printed business cards from Vistaprint. It's not that much. I think I paid maybe $40 for 500 of them. That's pretty cheap. Yeah. But I've already given them all away. So I have my Popple POPL. Shout out Popple. Please sponsor me. Hit me up because I'd be giving that Popple out for sure. Yeah. I pull out my phone. Yeah, you put my phone's recording over there. But I pull out my phone. You scan my QR code. Yeah. And you add my. I pull out my phone. And thank you. And you scan the QR code and you add my contact to your phone because. The thing about networking, we could get into this. Because when you have my contact in your phone, I now pop up on Facebook, TikTok, and just about every other platform.
As people you may know.
Even if you forget about me. You know what I mean? So it's I love it. It's like a game.
Yeah, that's why I think I put Zach on Zach because you told me about it.
Yeah,
So you recommend Popple over business card?
No, because you can... Here, give me that business card real quick. So, shout out Terry Wallace, owner of Venture X in Bethlehem. Thank you very much for letting us be here today. But for example, if you put a QR code right here on your actual business card, it can go to your Popple.
Right.
And then, that has the save contact button. It saves your contact right to your phone. It's so easy and super professional. Thank you, Jordan.
Thank you, Terry.
And Terry as well, again, for the 50th time. And... And man, you save the contact. It's also like a link tree, so you can put any relevant links. Like I usually put buy me a coffee or whatever it may be, and it goes to my Cash App and stuff like that, and website, of course.
I like it.
So we talked about your past a little bit. What about the future? What's that looking like for you?
Yeah, I'm not sure, man.
2024, January 2nd. What are we looking at?
I love when people say the date and time like it's right now. It's not that for them anymore, but right now, right here. 2024, Bethlehem, PA, January, let's do it. But my future, I'm not sure. I know that I want to always have photography be a part of what I do. I really want to get into real estate, for sure. I don't know. I always want to have some kind of presence in Lehigh Valley. That's where, all of us grew up. But I don't know. I'm kind of feeling a call to go towards the cities, man. And I know you guys are both big on that, but especially you, Zach.
Moving down to Nashville soon.
Yeah, Nashville.
Yeah, so what's going on with Nashville? Let's turn this on to you.
So I'm going to be staying at a place called the Podcast House. One of my really good friends, Ace Haggerty, owns it. And basically, he put a podcast studio inside a 4-story Airbnb. So I'm going to be going down there. I'm going to help run that. It's going to be a great networking experience because everyone who comes in, they're potential clients.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm going to be running that, recording it, probably doing a bunch of podcasts. We're going to be throwing parties probably every week, every other week, something like that. Just networking parties so people come and check it out.
And if someone like Carter McKinney wanted to rent a podcast house, what would that look like? What does it come with? What are the amenities?
Dude, honestly, I don't know the prices.
Not the prices,
expensive. It sounds like a big house.
Not the prices.
It's a big house. Yeah, it sleeps probably 8 or 9. So, but yeah, you can either rent just a studio, and you can also go and go upstairs to the common area, and then there's also a balcony with games up there.
Okay.
Or you can rent the whole house.
So how does how does someone like you? You're from this area, right?
Yeah,
you were born here?
Bangor.
Yeah, and you still live there and everything?
I do right now.
Okay, so you were born, this is great. How does someone that lives in a small town in Pennsylvania find something like this, connect with someone like this, become their friend, and now move there and work for months?
Yeah, dude, it's connections, man, at the end of the day. And if you just stay in Bangor, it's impossible.
But how did you meet this person?
Through an event called On His Speed to Mastery, the thing that we sent him to.
Okay.
So I do a lot of events
Why don't you tell the people a little bit about that, possibly?
Yeah, we did it on Jordan's podcast. But yeah, they're kind of mindset events. The one me and Jordan did, it's a masculine event. So it teaches you the principles of masculinity and the mindset behind it. And it makes you very aware of yourself. and you get tested physically, mentally, emotionally. And it's like a 3-day journey, and it's almost like a boot camp.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's different than that.
It's a break you down and build you back up kind of method.
Yeah.
But talk about like how the people that attend that would find it, and what kind of people go and where they're from.
It's a great networking event because the people inside that room, like, you're gonna get to know them so well. Like me and you could be best friends for our entire life, but if you go inside that room, like, you're gonna be super vulnerable. Everybody's gonna know your story. So, like, that event, like, at the end, like, we're all brothers. So, and most of them are entrepreneurs, coaches.
From around the country, right?
From around the country.
Yeah, so
yeah.
I kind of want to answer your question because I know what you're thinking, right? And I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys are listening, you're like a small town person trying to make it out and do different things, whether it be photography, videography, whatever kind of passion it might be. Let me talk to people here. So
yeah, right. Hey, guys.
So whatever passion you have, if you're living in a small town and you want to figure out how to make it out or just what are the next steps and you have no idea and there's no connections anywhere, the first things first is there's a bunch of different things you can do. But for me, when I started, literally, that's how I met you, is I was in real estate and then I wanted to do videography. I got on my phone, everyone has one, and you go on Instagram and you look up videography. I live in Bethlehem, videography Bethlehem, video Bethlehem, photo Bethlehem, hashtags, locations, people, everything. And you just start messaging like a madman. If you listen to Gary Vee, I'm sure you've heard this before as well. Just start messaging like a madman and just connect with people. Have a dinner, have a lunch, go like have a phone call, whatever it is. Just start networking to a degree. And once you start doing that, doors will start to open, especially if you're going after what you're really passionate about and you really feel some sort of pull to go towards that. And then from there, that's pretty much like the main advice for starting off and just continuing that path and networking and connecting. You hear us talking about it, how important it is, how many connections networking has gotten you online, whether it be LinkedIn, Instagram. And there's so many different ways to go about it. And Instagram is probably the best way just to get started, but if you really want to grind, like I'm sure you have great advice too, because I know how much you grinded.
Yeah.
But you can go on, you can farm LinkedIn pretty much. I know.
Yeah. So LinkedIn, guys, is my single biggest following of any platform.
Dang.
I have almost 7,000 followers on there.
Yeah, I
which
lacked on that
for
too.
some that 7,000 isn't a lot, but for others it's a lot. Like, just going through life as a young person, a young man, a young business owner. I live in Pennsylvania, near Philly, Jersey, New York. It's all an hour and a half away. As I'm driving around, going to Virginia to see my girlfriend's dad, I'm looking at the billboards, I'm looking at the businesses. When I'm in Florida or Atlanta or Texas, who made this TV? Who made this? Who made that? And I'm writing it down. You know what I mean? And then I'm going on LinkedIn and I'm following the company. And then when you follow the company, even if you don't follow them, you can, in LinkedIn specifically, you can see who their employees are that have claimed that they work for American Express or whatever company, right?
Yeah.
And then you can friend them and add them. Sometimes at a surface level, it doesn't appear like, oh, you don't know this person, so you can't add them. No, you just have to click their profile, you hit connect, and then you're connected with them, or at least you have a chance. And even like the featured like notable people with like hundreds of thousands of followers, even them, most times you can still request to connect with them. You know what I mean? So LinkedIn is one of those like old school platforms that everyone discounts. Oh, it's super businessy, whatever. But there's still a lot of great stuff going on there.
Yeah, bro, it's a sleeper for sure. So what is your process exactly? Like, you connect with them and then what?
So once you can, all right. Well, there's a few things. Let me break it down into 3 parts. Right. So I have never deleted a contact or changed my phone number since I've gotten my phone, probably at the age of like 14. Right. And I merge that with my Google contacts. Anybody that you message with anyone that you message with via email I also have like 3 or 4 emails, right? it'll say frequently connected with on Google Contacts. You add all those people to your Google Contacts. You can export that, add it to your phone. You know what I mean? Like craziness. And then all of those contacts, put them into LinkedIn, put them into Facebook, Instagram, whatever. People from high school, like, oh, don't duck your head at the store. Say hi, because they might have some business for you, or just be a great, nice person that you never talk to.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? My process is that I'm going to connect with them. No matter if it's the biggest person or smallest person, I don't care. I'm going to try to connect with you. And then if you accept it, it's going to give me a notification. I'm going to look into what you do. You know, like, let me take a step back, right? Let's see where we're sitting right now. Venture X in Bethlehem. This is a business that has tons of different tenants in here. It's very expensive to be here, so they probably got some revenues coming in, right? And even, you know, if... You know, it's still a venue. You could do events here. You know, you could sell them your services, whatever it may be, to help their business. So if it was me, right, I saw that Venture X opened here in Bethlehem on Instagram. So I followed them, right? And then I go through their likes. That means that they're engaged and that they're active people on Instagram. You don't want to just go to their followers and follow everyone that follows them, because that could be a ghost account. It could be old. You know what I mean? But if you click their likes and you start going through their likes, those are all new engagements. Follow all those likes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's how my accounts, I think 2 of my 4 Instagram accounts are maxed out on how many people I can follow. You can only follow 7,500 people on Instagram.
Really?
And then you have to start
I
deleting
did
them
not
off.
know that.
No.
Yeah.
That's not
So I
true.
have had 3 assistants in my time.
That can't be
And I
true.
paid my assistants to spam follow people on LinkedIn.
You're saying
Instagram.
at a time?
Yes. And that's how I've gotten maxed out, and that's how I grew quickly.
Crazy. Now, what do you say to those people? If you don't mind me asking.
Well, to be honest, my approach is that I like to take things super slow, right? So if I have an interaction with a client or a person, or say someone like yourself, like you hit me up and got me booked for a multi-$1,000 gig in a different city that was so dope, right?
Yeah.
I could either keep hitting, it depends what kind of person you are or whatever. I could just leave you alone and wait for you to hit me up again. Could be a couple years, could be whatever. Or maybe for the new year, I'll give you a call. Hey, how you doing? You know what I mean? What are you thinking about for the next few months?
Right.
Whatever. What are you doing? Whatever. Share a resource. Be of value.
Give you $20.
Give you $20. I tried to give these guys $20 for coming here, and they literally just were having a fit about
Out
it.
of left field.
Yeah, whatever. Anyways, moving on.
No,
But
that just shows what type of person you are, though. Is that you are always thinking about people and want to make an impression on them,
Yeah.
and try to make them remember you. That way, when important things come up, you're top of mind. And it's not inauthentic either. It's not gimme. No, you genuinely care about people and really want to be a part of their life and a part of their journey.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, going back to the whole stages of talking to people, connect with them, follow them, whatever it may be. And sometimes it's no more than just introducing yourself. You know what I mean? Like, just say, hey, what I would say is this. You don't have to go out and talk to every single person under the sun. Focus on areas of mutual, connection. Like, Terry's daughter went to Bethlehem Catholic High School with me. So, he naturally, we kind of had a gravity to each other. We're both Bethlehem guys. He used to be, I believe he used to be a policeman or something of that sort. You know what I mean? Maybe that's something that we get along with or whatever. And even networking on LinkedIn, back to LinkedIn, right? You can see what school they went to. You can see their previous work history. You can see all kinds of stuff. If the person used to be a photographer and now they work in American Express, as a whatever, yeah, maybe that's good. Maybe they're black. Maybe they're from Bethlehem. Maybe they live in Bethlehem, or maybe they posted somewhere in Philly that they were in Philly last week. Oh, I'm about to go to Philly for my birthday next weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely a strong
This is good
believer
stuff,
that.
man.
I don't know. I love this stuff.
This is a
man.
really good podcast.
I love networking, man. I was a little nervous at first because I don't know this whole mic and I'm hearing myself and I'm like, ugh. But I'm here. What's up? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're here.
And I think it's also going back to your point of whenever you're traveling, looking at different places, it's also a small world. You don't realize
everything is connected.
Oh my God, dude, it's crazy. Once you start following a path or a journey and you're really committed to it, and like I said, you feel like some sort of purpose towards it, things just start working in your favor to a degree. Like, you have to put in the work, obviously, but once you're putting in the work, the harder you work, the luckier you get.
Exactly.
And it's just
there you go.
It's just a small world, and so there's a lot of opportunity out there. Even if you're in a small town, there is still a lot of opportunity there that you might not be able to see. And it's kind of like that clip that you had about red car theory, I believe it was.
Yeah.
About basically
Opportunity.
seeing opportunity.
Yeah.
So it's like, like, how many red cars did you see here? You didn't see any. Well, now if
you go home, you're gonna be thinking about it. You're gonna see a ton of red cars.
Exactly. So that's
Very
the same.
good.
That's the same thing with opportunity, which I'm pretty sure I'm stealing the exact quote. But
Maybe it'll go viral again. I don't know.
yeah, right. But yeah, I mean, I definitely noticed that as well. As like, when you just have your head down, or you're not thinking about whatever you're supposed to be, or whatever your purpose is, or whatever your work is, then you're not gonna be doing anything. But when you really focus on trying to make important moves or make connections, then things are gonna start popping up for you.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just feel like the biggest thing about being in this area is that people always say, "Oh, it's so boring here. It's so slow. It's so quiet. Whatever, boring. Whatever." You are less than 2 hours drive, again, from New York, from Jersey, from Philly. I'm from Pittsburgh, 6 hours from there. You know what I mean? I think DC was like 4
I was gonna
hours.
say, yeah.
It wasn't that bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Take your business cards there. Put $40 in your gas tank. Drive to New York. Spend an hour or two of your time. Do some research about where you're going to go before you go. Make the most of it. Why are you complaining? Like, me and my friends got together. We made a group called Friends Lehigh Valley because it's our friends that we kind of came together and created a business investment group, right? And we host events here almost every week. We found a way to bring people together, prospective clients or new friends or whoever it may be. We can invite them to our events. We have upscale events. We have, more like casual style events, party stuff, business stuff, whatever. And we have 7 people in our investment group, all different kinds of guys. You know what I mean? Different backgrounds, businesses, etc. I don't know. One man's problem is another man's opportunity, man.
100%.
Yeah, that's the thing as well, is when you start looking for networking opportunities, especially if you're in a small town, even though small town, if you're in a small town, then you find someone who's kind of along the same journey you are, or whatever it may be, just kind of has the same mindset you are, then they're gonna open your world more and open some more doors for you. That, I met you. Now, how many events have you invited me to, like Friends Lehigh Valley, and how many people have I met just through you, or through Zach, or through me?
Yeah.
Once you find somebody who's along the same journey you are to a degree, then they're going to start opening some doors for you and open you to a bigger network, because they've already been doing this for how long. And that was kind of my whole goal, is when I was doing social media marketing. You were a social media marketer, and you were 3, 4, 5 years ahead of me. And so I was like, oh, perfect. You're the same, like around the same age as me, or similar mindset. Like, I was like, boom, perfect.
Yeah, let's work. Exactly. Because even, like, for example, guys, everyone likes to look at stuff as, oh, competition. If you're eating, I'm not eating, whatever. He was doing social media management and videography work and photography work just like me, in the same city that has under 100,000 people, at least in Bethlehem. You know what I mean? And I didn't look at it as competition. I paid him to come with me to different jobs. I've referred him business. I have, he's, been there for me, helped loan me an extra camera when I need it for a shoot later this week. Like, and even just the camaraderie of having, and you guys would understand this more than ever, because these guys do some hardcore, like, workout training stuff.
Yeah.
And, just having someone that you can look to the side and be like, damn, I had a bad day, or I had a great day, or I have a question, or I'm stuck on this. Hey, have you ever seen this? Do you know anyone that does this? Like, sometimes just having someone there to help you or guide you in the right direction, even if they can't just solve the whole problem or, pay all of your bills or whatever it may be. They were just there to give you a little bit of a nudge.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, all those relationships add up, and they mean so much more, especially when they're genuine.
Yeah.
And even having that person in the back of your head, even if you don't reach out to them, knowing that whether it be you, I know how hard you work. I know you're working all the time. So in the back of my head, if I'm like, oh shit, like if I just think I'm like, oh look, Carter, I'm sure he's working right now. Like I should probably be working. Or Zach, if he's at the gym.
Yeah, but at the
that
same
competitive
time,
drive, yeah.
yes.
But that's what I mean. Not really competitive. It's like if I'm unmotivated and I need some sort of motivation, I'm like, oh, look how hard he's working. I'm impressed. Like I want to be able to do that as well.
Yeah, I feel like it's all about balance because I even have siblings as well that like, during normal hours, 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, or for me, it's like 9 to 7, Monday through Saturday. Those hours, for the most part, don't call me unless it's like an emergency or whatever it may be. But at the same time, if you do call me, I could pick it up if I'm available because I make my own schedule. I have my own stuff. You know what I mean? As long as I'm getting my things done. But yeah, like to a certain degree, like wake up at a reasonable time. Make sure that you're at the desk or doing something, productive by 9 a.m. Well, whatever your hours are.
Right.
But mine are 9 to 7, Monday through Saturday. So Sunday would be my day off. No, I'm not going to do a shoot unless it's like a reasonable amount above ticket price on Sunday. No. Or it's during holidays. Yeah, let's get the money. You feel me? But, during those hours, put your phone on D&D or maybe don't. But it's all about boundaries and balance. You know what I mean? You could totally,
You should get up by 9 a.m. and put your phone on Do Not Disturb.
Yeah. To each their own. Everyone has their thing. But, I don't know. Everything's about balance.
Yeah, what is like your daily grind in the office? Like obviously you're going out and shoots, but like how much time are you spending networking like every day? And like what are the other things that you're doing?
So I would say that if you look at it like that, it's not exactly. I can't say that it's like that. Like
it's not the same.
The way that I would say it is like, to start a business, you don't just stop life and fucking make your LLC, do your business license, your insurance, this and that, da da da. You don't just stop and do that. It's a process. It's a little here and there. With networking, it's the same way. If I'm going to New York City to visit my sister in Brooklyn, then maybe I should stop at, the top 5 coffee shops on Google and leave a stack of business cards. Or, if I see someone with a camera, hey, I'm a photographer too, let's be friends. You know what I mean? Like, whatever it may be. Like,
and those are things that you end up realizing, like, if you do something like that, how small of a world it is. Like, that, like, I can't tell you how many times I've either been to New York shooting a YouTube video or doing something that I'm aligned with, and I've seen someone I know, or I've made a new connection, or something along those lines, just because, like, I just feel like it was right place, right time. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not as much like, well, my day to day would be, waking up. I like to see my girlfriend off to work. She usually leaves for work, I would say like around 8 a.m. So I like to make her breakfast, and then, a lot of my work is from home or out in the field, you know what I mean? Like traveling around like I'm here today. But yeah, so a lot of work at my desk. I have a big monitor and it's like curved and all that craziness. But I mean, on my free time, man, it's good to kind of like my stack of business cards that I'm telling you about. It's crazy. I collect business cards. I love it. You know what I mean? I can look back and see, my old business card. I have my mom's business card. I have all kinds of craziness. I can go through, if I'm having an event and I need everyone that I could get there because I'm struggling to sell tickets or whatever it may be, I literally just take my business cards, make like 4 stacks of them, right? And then I punch their email into Gmail, and I'm sending hundreds of freaking emails to people, inviting them to my event.
Yeah.
Or, I'm just combing through them. Oh, no, this one. Oh, okay, boom, this is perfect. I know this person needs this. Or, oh, boom, I just heard this person got a promotion. Okay, boom, I know this person just moved companies. Okay, boom. You know what I mean? So it's networking and just being productive or whatever. it's very much like,
Yeah, it's meticulous. Like you have to be patient to do that. Like,
yeah,
not a lot of people think about what you just said.
yeah. So it's very much just like filling your empty time with stuff that could be good. Like while you're taking a shit, message someone that you forgot to message, or call someone, and if you tell them you're gonna send them your website or something, actually send it and make it good. Use ChatGPT and then put your personal touch on it. Have someone check it and then send it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that hard.
Yeah, all those little things just add up.
It's just little things here and there.
Yeah, that's why I really appreciate learning from you, because of all those little tricks, and not necessarily how hard you work, but how smart you work, I should say.
Yeah, because what you said earlier about working hard makes your luck or whatever, working smart and efficiently makes your luck. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's not, because if I start punching this freaking table, my fist is going to start fucking hurting, right? But if I take like a tool and smash through this table, then it's going to break. You know what I mean? So it's not exactly how hard
Shout out to Venture X.
Shout out to Venture X. I'm not going to break your table. But the point is, working hard, that whole grind, work hard culture, like do something until, your fist is bleeding. No. Find a way to streamline, to make more efficient. In 2024, let's find a way to be more, efficient and balanced and healthy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, that's what this is right here.
Yeah.
That's why we're doing it.
Yeah.
So we can, pick each other's brains and give it out to the world, give out value.
And another thing, real quick, I got to talk about it because I'm huge on this, is referrals, man. Referrals. Share what your people are doing. Spend money within your circle and small business and stuff like that. Like, yeah, it's a trend, but like, keep your dollars within your community, even if the person might not deliver it as fast or whatever it may be. You know what I mean? Like, on my website, I have a page that is called Resources. It has my personal budget that I made a duplicate of that people can download and punch, create a budget. You know what I mean? Because as a young person paying their own bills now for a few years, it's really difficult, to navigate all your expenses and where your money goes. Like, I was making $10,000 a month, pissing my money away. You know what I mean? Not saving shit. So, use a budget. Stay true to it. Actually go onto your website. Go onto your bank's website and pull out 3 to 6 months of bank statements and actually look through that shit. You know what I mean? And see where your money is going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. When you look at life like a game to a degree, and just kind of look at all your stats, and like even like with the bank statements things, like I just feel like that's the most effective way to be able to streamline things and fix things. And if you really just look at your game or look at your life like a game and try to max out all your stats and try to do whatever it is, like I'm sure you probably know Tosh.0.
Yeah.
You know how he has a crazy setup for his
There's just someone else walking in.
Oh, okay. You know how he has a crazy setup for his life, for his an Excel sheet?
I kind of smiled at you like I knew what you were talking about. I've definitely heard of him, but I don't really know.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, I was just agreeing with your idea of basically looking at your progress and what you've done and learning from it, learning from yourself. Like, look back at what you've done, whether it's tangible, intangible, or whatever, and start writing things down. Make a plan, and that's the thing is, like, we use math equations a lot to figure out math problems, but the most complicated problems in our life, we won't even write down.
Exactly.
And think we can just deal with all of it in our head.
Smart, yeah.
And so it's like, sometimes you just got to take a step back and break down everything in your life and all the different aspects, whether your family or your business or your relationships or how you're doing emotionally, how you're doing mentally, all these different things, and see what's not working for your best interest and what's not improving your life.
Yeah, exactly, man. Like, I would say just, one of the biggest things for me, maybe I'm just talking louder, but, I would say, like, if you have a family of, 10, a big family like me, 10 plus people, go through and start your week off by texting everyone good morning. Start your week off, hey, how you doing this week? Hey, how was your holiday? Hey, what are you thinking about? Whatever. And when you're doing business, whether you have a point of, I'm getting a little nerdy, even if you have a point of sale system, just a list of your phone contacts, whatever, go through that big list of contacts. Look through it. Oh, wow, I forgot about this person from 3 years ago that fucked me over. Oh, but I see they're doing well. Let's not be all personal and stuff. Hey, how are you doing? I know this happened, but I think you're super cool. Let's make each other some money this year. You know what I mean? Whatever.
Yeah. Dude, yeah, I actually needed this podcast.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. This is what I need.
You got my number. Call me, man.
Lack, bro. This is what I lack.
Let's do it, man.
What?
Which part?
I would say just
Networking?
Networking. Yeah.
Okay.
I would also call
Lead
it like
generation
guerrilla marketing in a way.
Yeah.
Because like guerrilla marketing, Guerrilla, guerrilla marketing. Like, for example, Gary Vee, like, where do people's eyes go when you're sitting at the longest red light in your city? You're from the city, you know which the longest red lights are. Go to that, see where people's eyes would naturally sit, and put a fucking sign there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, shit like that.
Yeah.
That's just being smart.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I see you got a billboard now.
I had a billboard for a week. It's now done.
Oh, really?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Oh,
It was
I didn't
last
know
day
it was
of-
like that.
Yeah, it was only for a
Okay.
week. It was like $800 for the week.
Okay.
The last
So-
day was yesterday, right?
Sunday. I think today's
Okay.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy.
But it was cool. Yeah, I got one for me, one for my girl, and no, I didn't just flex and hey, 800 each. No, I sometimes I do a trade of services.
And that's what networking helps with.
networking. Yeah, so the billboard company, I got in conversation with them. They were talking about some stuff, and I was like, fuck it, closed mouths don't get fed. So hey, what's up? I'm in your face right now. We're talking. So I'm a photographer. Do you guys have any special happenings or events happening in the next few months? So I said. And they were like, yeah, oh my God, yeah, we have this open house, oh, whatever. So I came in, I shot their open house, I networked with every single person in there,
Yeah.
and I ended up quoting them like, $1,300 to do a TikTok video and a photo shoot for a few hours. And that resulted me getting 2 billboards for a week, one for my girlfriend and one for me.
Yep.
So it's not, and it was super official. When you do a trade of services, people do that. This company sent me a trade agreement, legally drafted and reviewed, and it was a legal document.
Legally binding.
Yeah, it's a legal document that McKinney Media LLC gives these deliverables valued at this amount. Use it by New Year's of January 1st, and then it expires.
Right.
And I honestly think sometimes doing a trade for value builds a relationship more than just doing money for service.
Yeah, because maybe they didn't have the budget. You know what I mean? But maybe they
Exactly.
For example, the billboard company. They have a lot of vacancy since COVID. Since COVID, there's a lot of vacancy in the billboards. That doesn't mean that the boards are not still there and that people are not still driving on the highway and stuff like that. So maybe make a deal with them. You know what I mean? Maybe they just don't, need you so bad that they're going to throw cash at you. Or even like the local chamber of commerce. You feel me? When I first got started, the way that I got my start in my portfolio was that during COVID, the Chamber of Commerce had nothing on their website for COVID, not a word. So I was like, hey, what can we do to get some COVID-related content on your site? Because, you're not even talking about it. What's going on here? Is anyone home? So I pitched them on doing a 5-video series, right? They gave me access to 5 restaurants, and then I did one big video that included all of them. That gave me great portfolio work, and then I gave Chamber of Commerce memberships for a year for like $300. I gave them out to everyone I was fucking meeting, bro. Hey, you're just getting started in business, join the Chamber of Commerce. I got free credit. Just tell them I sent you. You feel me?
I love
Trade of
that.
services is cool.
Yeah.
Add value.
Yeah.
And that's honestly, I always joke around and say it to you because I learned that from you. And like you said, the billboard company, they might not have had the budget to afford those TikToks, but it was more valuable for them. And the billboards to them, maybe not necessarily not valuable, but that was kind of their commodity, and that's what they had to offer.
I
and
don't
for
see
you, that was very valuable. So I think that's a very, very smart way to go about things, especially when you're talking to someone with higher value of you, higher net worth that you're trying to conduct business with or introduce. Learn about them, study them, figure out what's going on in their life, because everybody has not necessarily a weak point, but everybody has something where you can help.
Yes, an area that they need help with, a problem, if you will.
A problem to solve, exactly.
Exactly. But yeah, man, like maybe not everyone has $1,000 for your project or whatever your rate is, but maybe they have a tool or a connection or whatever it may be. And you can totally put certain things like that in writing. You know what I mean? And enforce that and do it and be professional. That's okay.
Next question. What do you want?
What do I want?
What do you want?
Besides UNT.
I want freedom. Freedom of time, freedom of location, and freedom of finances.
We're going to be talking about our goals for 2024. So,
you go first.
I don't think anybody cares, man.
Yeah, they do. That's why they're listening to you right now.
My goals for 2024.
intentions, goals, whatever you want to talk about.
I just want to become the most disciplined version of myself, and I think everything after that will take care of itself. It's that simple.
Pretty precise.
Yeah.
Carter McKinney.
You're next. Okay. So my goals for 2024, I always think in threes for some reason. I would say one would be opening up a storefront. Let's do it this year, 2024. Y'all
Let's
will be watching this
baby.
fucking video.
Let's go.
And I'm opening up a fucking storefront. It's time. What's up?
Stop
No more
playing.
excuses.
Stop playing.
Storefront. Home. And that's heavy. And
We're not playing 2024.
and travel outside the country for the first fucking time. Come on. Like, bro, if I buy a home,
Let's
open
go.
up a storefront and travel to Jamaica this year, it's lit for me. Just know that.
That's fine.
I'm definitely adding.
We got mad cameras. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm having a great time.
Yeah.
Bow. 2024, January, Bethlehem, PA. Right now, show. It's lit. What up?
Fire.
right now.
Fire.
I'm definitely still.
I'm so hyped.
And we got UNT coming.
Yeah, and we're about to get food. It's about to be like $100.
Wait, is it
but
coming
it's cool.
here?
No. It's not too far. It's right down the block.
All right.
So my goals for 2024, going into 2024, are to definitely touch 10,000 a month, financial wise. I'm gonna steal a travel one. I want to travel to, I'll say outside the U.S. as well, because I've only been to Mexico when I was a baby.
Where outside the U.S.? Give me a little more.
Europe. somewhere
Okay,
in
give me a
Europe.
little more than that.
Italy, Spain,
Okay.
around there.
Okay, Italy.
Go Greece.
Yeah, so
Santorini, Greece.
Morocco.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
have
I'll get a little bit more. Are you still going?
Let's see, one more.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't say it, you don't.
All
get
right,
it.
so
If you don't say it, you don't get it.
Italy, 10K a month.
10K a month.
But what do you? So Jordan,
Talk to me.
how much per week is 10K a month? How many weeks are in a month?
2,500.
No, wait. How many weeks are in a month?
4.
Okay, so how much per week? So how much per day? 2,500 divided by 4.
Divided by 7.
2,500 divided by 7.
Yeah, I don't know. You're doing too much math for me.
I don't know. What is that? 400 or 500? Right? I'm gonna go 450.
It's a little bit less than It's a little bit less
300.
than
No, not 300.
I thought it was a little less than 4.
No.
250.
We ain't math guys, bro.
You really tried to prove a point.
I was
too.
just trying to because
No, I know what
seriously,
you mean.
when
Get
you
clear on that shit.
when
Yeah.
you all right, so if you want to make 10K a month, right? That would be
So it'd be 2,500. So it'd be
2,500.
1,250 for 15 days.
just
divided by
do
2,
10,000
1250.
divided by 30.
It'd be 6 something a week. No.
300 per day. 333 per day.
And 33
with no
cents.
misses, not a single miss.
And 33 cents.
So
Okay.
you take weekends out of that equation, you know.
Okay, so then you're making
400.
your number needs to be higher.
If you want to take weekends out, you know.
Okay, so you need to think about the fact that like you would need to reach a lot of people or do a lot of shit for like one person. You know what I mean? That's a lot of money. I've made that amount of money. I've made more, but you know, it's kind of weird because now I'm not making as much, and I'm like, like That's a lot of fucking money.
Yeah, it is.
You know? Mm-hmm. Sometimes I can't believe I made that much. No. I think my record was like $12,000 a month.
That's good. That's good.
Which is a lot of fucking money, dude.
Yeah. And then my third goal would be moving out of my parents.
Yeah. So you have a budget?
It's on my to-do list.
Okay, so you need a budget. I have one on my website.
For 2024.
I have a free budget on my website. I'm not a financial
know.
person.
If you didn't
like,
know.
I'm not a financial professional, but
let them know.
It works.
Yeah. I want to go to Hawaii for sure. I might have an opportunity coming up in February.
Oh.
Maybe we'll see. If it happens, it happens.
Mr. Motion.
I'll do $10K a month with
Mr. Motion is crazy.
I like the $10K a month goal.
Yeah.
What else? I mean, I don't know. Like, I just don't know where I want to move yet. So it's like, fuck.
You don't have to know yet, bro.
Yeah, you were saying yesterday.
We're mad young.
You were saying
I mean,
yesterday
I'm going to
you're in a quarter-life crisis right now.
Dude,
but
I might just take my car and just go. Like no destination in mind, and just
but can we normalize what you're doing though? Like traveling to like a different state and living there for a few months, and then like saying, "Hey, goodbye," but like I could still come back whenever I want.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah. What do you mean normalize that?
Normalize it. Like I wish more.
Like
people,
normalize it.
I wish more people.
Like why not, bro? I mean, I'm 25. I'm single. Like I can do whatever I want. I have my own business.
Yeah.
Like nobody's holding me
You
back.
literally only live.
But I would say that at the same time, I want you to continue to share your message this year because not everybody is like you guys and not like me. You know what I mean? Like not everyone is healthy, you know, business and financial and whatever savvy, and they know their value and they know what their skill set is and whatever.
It's still a grind for us. Like we still, I mean, I'll speak for myself. Like I still struggle to be that person and to continue because another Alex Hormozy quote is you don't win business. Being successful in business is being able to continue to play the game.
Yeah, exactly. Because a lot of people could just do shit.
There's no
who
win.
stays and
I'm
keeps
done.
doing it.
Yeah,
exactly.
I mean, dude, have I shown you the video, The Valley of Despair?
Yeah.
So like you start, you're like, dude, this is a crazy idea. Like I'm gonna do so good. I'm gonna make so much money. I'm gonna make 10K a month, easy.
This is the thought
and then
process.
you get here, you get to the next step, and it's like, this is a lot harder than I thought, but I'm still in for it. I still want to do it. I'm so committed. And then you get to the next step, and this is where everybody fucking quits. Yeah. Everybody quits because like it's like so much harder than you thought.
Wait, but what do you? So wait,
you hit rock bottom.
So it's pretty much
just like starting any business, anything that you really want to do, even if it's like training for like a marathon.
Yeah.
Like you get to the next step.
It's just a thought process.
Yeah, you're like, this is hard, but like I'm still in for it. And then the next step is where everybody fucking quits.
Oh, okay.
Everybody quits there, and most people, they actually do quit, and they don't get to this next step, which is on the way up. Like this is still hard, but like I'm still doing it. And then the next step is like where you fucking made it. So most people quit right here.
Oh, okay. In terms of the majority, when you said everyone, I was like, you're losing me.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I was like, I'm not sure, because there's still people that make it through. So how does that work?
And I'm sure you probably went through that process in your business too, like when you first started out. And most people, they just make this, like they start here and they just make this circle right at the bottom.
Because one of the things that I really have to share before we end this podcast is that your business will not make like positive cash flow money where all of your debts and bills and all of your shit is paid off for like years. Not like 100 years, but at least for a few. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like you have to be prepared to work possibly a job on the side, have a side hustle. Shout out to like Instacart, Uber Eats, and all that. Like I've made mad money doing that shit on the side, and I could take calls and I could talk to my family and talk to my girlfriend or whatever while I'm doing that. It's guaranteed quick money. Yeah, you're like fucking shoveling your time into the fucking fire, but like still. You know what I mean? My phone just died.
And that's why it's important to have a purpose in life to push you through those times and also have a plan. That way you don't stray away from that plan in hard times. Because like I was telling Zach, even when working out, you don't want to negotiate when you're in hell. As a figure of speech.
Exactly. But I guess one more thing. Because I'm just having so much fun.
Oh, me too.
I would just say that like, yeah, like getting to 10K per month is dope and doing whatever we want to do. We have results. We're all about results, you know what I mean? But at the same time, in 2024, make your time valuable and important. Mm-hmm. Time is the only currency that you can't get back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you can be making all the money in the world, but what if, one, you have no time, and two, if you've made it and you're sitting in that $1 million mansion with all of your whatever the fuck you want or wherever, but you're with nobody. So find a balance.
Yeah.
Make that money.
Yeah.
Have that time, and also be healthy, but also like have good relationships in business and in personal.
No, that's facts.
Yeah.
Because I'll add. I mean, money exaggerates who you are. It doesn't make you who you are. And for me, I see money as a tool. So that's why I say 10,000 a month, because it allows me to whatever be able to take care of my family or give my family good gifts this year or move out or do XYZ. Gives me the time to not work a job to be able to try to focus on goals or whatever it may be. So that's my thought process.
Yeah, this has been a great pod, man. Thank you for coming here. Thank you to Zach and Jordan. It's I am Zach Day on Instagram, and Jordan Cazarrubias on Instagram as well.
Yes, sir.
Right Now show. It's been real. Thank you for having me. It's Carter McKinney on Instagram, Carter McKinney and McKinney Media. Please follow me. Love is free. Let's do it. I'll follow you back.
We're
See
out.
you soon.
Hell yeah, bro.
We're not playing 2024. We're coming for you.
It's lit.
And we're out.
What's now?
It's been great, bro.
What right now? Show.